right, first pitch coming up. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr.
Ball, that's inside.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
The 1-0. Fernando Tatis Jr. signed by the White Sox 2015 for $700,000. And then eventually moved in the James Shields trade in June of 2016. 1-2 now. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Swing and a miss. Struck him out and one away. Foul ball. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Ground ball left side, could be two. One at second, on to first, double play. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And on the mound for San Diego in this one, Matt Waldron. What do we have on him?
Well, because he doesn't have plus stuff, it's going to be critical that his skipper keeps a close eye on him. Second time, third time through the order, we see the OPS jump dramatically.
And that one hops the wall. And it's a double to start the bottom of the first. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Jose Altuve up to hit here. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-1. Knee high, that's in for a strike. Knuckleball gets away. Runner holds. Count goes to 1-2. Man at second.
That ball's foul.
He caught it behind his back. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Throws to first in time. Now two away as they get a run across. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Yainer Diaz. Handled by Machado. Slings to first. That's the third out. On now to the top half of inning number 2. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Ramon Laureano. Line drive. And that's down. A base hit. And the tying run is on base. Ball one low.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Laureano gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Merrill tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. And he held back, according to Dave Lawrence. Sets him down looking. That was pretty nasty. Here's Miguel Andujar.
Ball, that's out.
And the 1-0.
Ball inside.
Ryan, 29 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2018. Out towards right center field. Out number 2.
Batting 7th, shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
That one ripped, but foul. The 0-1. Ball
Off
1
the
to
plate, ball 1.
Bogaerts. Check swing, and he went. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Battling here as he fouls it away. Here's a 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
The 2-2. Out to short. Correa. That's out number 3. Back here in Houston, and stepping in for the Astros, Tyler Soderstrom. Late swing, foul to the left. Here comes the 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Laureano takes it in for the out. 2 away now. Jeff McNeil stands in. Laureano settles underneath it. And that is that. All set for the start of the inning. Stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first, and they get the out.
Batting 9th, catcher, Freddie Freeman.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Just missed. That pitch in for a strike, and the count 1-2. Got him. 2 up, 2 down. So the San Diego batting order turns over. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. The other way, and foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Breaking ball misses down and away.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
That one missing inside. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Back here in Houston, and stepping in for the Astros, Carlos Correa. Tatis really on his horse for it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Ball, that's off the plate. Ball.
A little bit high. 3 balls, no strikes. That catches the corner. And now the count filled up 3-2. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. Nice stop to first. Pretty nice play there. He's 0 for 1. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He will score, and they take the lead.
He was all over that one. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Altuve off of first with 2 away.
Foul ball.
And now 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's a 2-2. That one missed.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Payoff pitch. So a walk puts runners at first and second. First and second, 2 outs. Yainer Diaz getting ready to hit. Check swing, he held up. Ball 1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Hey!
First and second, 2 down. Here in the last half of the third. Machado tosses to first. That ends the inning, and they limit. Start of the 4th. So digging in now for San Diego, Manny Machado.
You know, these Padres, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
1 up, 1 down. Up the middle. Base hit. And a man aboard.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line.
Paredes. Off balance feed. There's one. What a double play that was. Back here in Houston, and stepping in for the Astros, Tyler Soderstrom.
Soderstrom.
Inside just missed. And it's 1-1.
No, that's low.
That one drifts inside. Fastball for a strike.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout, but you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
And a payoff pitch. And that's got extra bases written all over it. One down.
No, inside.
The 1-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. And a 1-2. Got him swinging.
Up next for the Astros.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. Flied to left his first time.
McNeil.
Swinging a foul out of play. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Jackknifes out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And it falls. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Fair ball. Around second, on his way to third. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with the pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Now this is through for a base hit. Runner from third comes across. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead. First and second, 2 outs. Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Tatis going back. And a foul ball. 2 on, 2 outs. And that will end the inning. Back here in Houston, stepping in for San Diego, Jackson Merrill. This to center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Waste no time there. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there. You know, these Padres, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
Here's a 3-0. That clips the corner.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for them at times.
There goes the runner. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Merrill on at first, nobody out. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here comes X to the plate, grounded out to short in his first trip. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Paredes tossed to second, and that's 2. Back here in Houston, and stepping in for the Astros, Jose Altuve. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Pretty good spot, hard and inside, but that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take that back up the middle shows his approach is to use the entire field.
One away. One out, man at first. Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. He's grounded out a couple of times.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
That one fouled hard the other way. The 1-2. That's a little bit low. Man at first, one away. Tatis drifts towards it. Two away. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. Hung up in a rundown now. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning. Top six. So digging in now for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. And that one fouled off.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone. Gets a piece and stays alive. Popped up left side. Paredes settles underneath it, and there's one down. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike one. Right through there for a strike. That's outside.
Yep, that ball went out.
Now 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with one away. So the batting order turns over. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Brings it in. Now a throw to first, and he won't get back in time. It's a double play. Well, we go bottom six, and stepping in for the Astros, Isaac Paredes. Almost got him.
Ball, that's inside.
Cronenworth gets under it, and there's one down. Bogaerts handles the chance, sends it to first. Two away. Two down, bases empty. So next up for Houston, Carlos Correa. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back here in Houston, stepping in for San Diego, Manny Machado. The other way, and he beats the shift. So a man on base to start the inning.
Up next for the Padres, first baseman Vinny Pasquantino.
And a foul ball.
Ball one.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit and part of the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
That's inside.
Ball 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And that's the strikeout looking. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. 1 out man at first. Ramon Laureano, the next up for the Padres. Ball 1 there.
That's in. Ball 2. Hey.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. In the air, center field. Altuve should have this one. And there's 2 down.
Nope. Outside.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock.
That's a ball.
Try to put something up on the board.
Machado leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Everything was.
Brian Abreu takes over on the mound.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Andujar up to bat next. Lays off for a ball.
Ball.
In the air, right field. Butler in position. And that's the 3rd out. Bottom of the 7th, and stepping in for the Astros, Lawrence Butler. Laureano takes it in for the out. 1 up, 1 down. And there's 2 away. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Two down, nobody on. Got him looking. And he's registered. Back here in Houston, ready to begin the 8th.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W. Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Here's a 2-1. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. 1 down. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Swing and a ball lifted left field. 2 down.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
2 down, nobody on. In the air, right field. Butler has a beat on it. And that is that. On to the bottom of the 8th. So now the Astros designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez. And a quick out, number one. Tatis really on his horse for it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Tyler Soderstrom up next for the Astros. 1 for 3. That one pushed to the left and foul. The throw to first. 3 up, 3 down. Inning over. Back here in Houston. Up now the Padres. Leadoff man Fernando Tatis Jr. This one in the air right field, and that's got extra bases written all over it. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double.
Oh, that's just out.
The Stros trying to close out a 3-run lead here at the top of the ninth. Swing and he breaks his bat. In plenty of time to first. Now one gone in the ninth. Next for the Padres, Vinny Pasquantino. Swing and a line drive, base hit into left field. Tatis comes in to score. It's an RBI single, and they cut the lead to 2.
Ball, that's outside.
In the air out to center. And a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
A couple of singles back to back. Now a
Bennett Sousa will take over here.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Pena makes a nice running catch. Last chance for the Padres. Miguel Andujar, the next to hit. Check swing called strike. And that's strike 1. This to third. Base hit into the outfield. Runner around third. Runner from second crosses the plate. The tag, and that's the ball game. Ryan with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case, as he should.